This is a brief video on how to record vendor payments in Hive Business Central. I advise that you do this from the Accountancy Role Center. So to switch your role center, you go to Settings in the top right hand corner, My Settings, and where it says Role Center, select Accountant and press Continue. You'll probably be as default as a service advisor. This can be done from the service advisor, but it's just easier to do it from the Accountancy Role Center. If you press OK, it'll reload the screen and you're back in the Accountant's Role Center. So from the Accountancy Role Center, you'll have a button which is called Payments, and you want to be doing what's called a payment journal. So you can either do it from here or down here. So in this example, we're just going to do it from here. This is the same place that you can record customer payments as well for account customers, but in this case, we're doing a payment journal. These journal types will be set up. If there's any particular payment method that you don't have, just drop us a message and we can help you set the template up. In this example, we're going to use cash. So we're going to say that we're making a cash payment to a vendor, and you're presented with the journal screen. So from here, you select the date. So we'll say it was dated today. The document type is payment. The document number should be automatic, so this is just a sequential number series that should be populated automatically. We'll select the vendor, so we'll say TPS. You tap referencing if you want, or you can leave it blank. Then you'll notice this column here says balance account type, and it's currently set to 1300. Now this is where the money is going to come from, and this is pre-populated based on that template that we just selected. So what this journal is essentially saying is that we are making a payment to vendor TPS, and we are taking the money from GL account 1300, which is the till. So at this point, we can just type an amount in. If we were applying just a payment to account and not a specific invoice, we can type an amount in here. But in this case, in this example, we're actually going to apply this payment to a single invoice. And to do that, you go to Applies to Document Number, and you can just select the invoice. So we've got this invoice here for £30. And you'll see that has automatically brought the amount through, and it's applying it directly to this invoice. So what you can actually do is do several payments on the same journal. So in this example, we're going to make a payment to Euro Car Parts, and we'll say the payment is for £500. But we're not actually going to apply it to anything. We're just going to make a payment to account that we can apply later on. So you'll see that the balancing account, again, is coming out of the till. And once you get to this stage, you've got the date correct, the type, the correct supplier or vendor, the correct amount, and then whether you're applying it to an invoice or not. At this point, you're ready to post the journal. So you must, at this point, it's not done. You do have to post the journal. So we go to Process, Post. Do you want to post the journal lines? Yes, we do. The journal lines were successfully posted. So it's always a good idea to check the work that you've done. So to do that, you go to Vendors, and you see we've got TPS here, and we can see that there is a payment of £30 sitting on their account. What we can also do is, if you select Process, you can look at the ledger entries, and you can see the payment that we made up here. And if you look on the right, you see the remaining amount is 0, and this is because the payment has been applied to the invoice, and this is the invoice it's been applied to, which is also 0. And you'll also notice that this column, which is open, you can see that these two transactions are now closed. However, if we look at Euro's account, because we just made a payment to account, go to the ledger entries, we see that the payment is sat there, and the remaining amount is 500, and it's still open. And this was because we didn't apply it to a payment. Now, at this point, we can use the Apply button, Apply Entries, and we can actually tie this payment to a specific invoice at this point. And there'll be another video and more instructions on how to do that. If you've got any questions, please let me know. Thank you.